Do you see the dent, girl? If somebody on a national TV show that everybody is watching is saying that, I don't know what else to tell you. What is up, y'all, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, my name is Lex, and thank you for clicking on today's video. Today, y'all, I thought it would be really fun to do my currently most worn fragrances. I usually do this when I do my like monthly or seasonal favorites videos. I will mention the fragrances that I'm wearing, but since I talk about so many products in those types of videos, I usually only include 2 or 3 fragrances, so I'm not like overwhelming anyone. So if you are interested in hearing what fragrances I am currently loving in this blazing hot New York heat, then definitely keep on watching. And also please take 2 seconds to make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Even if you regularly watch my videos, I have a lot of people who return to watch my videos who are not actually subscribed. So subscribing is completely free, y'all, and it does support my channel, and I greatly appreciate you if you do. Anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into this video. So I thought a fun way to do this video would be like to work my way up from smallest to largest dent. Like, I think that's really cute. So we're gonna start with the ones that have the smallest dents and work our way up. The first one is a newer fragrance to my collection, which if you have not seen my most recent Middle Eastern fragrance haul where I talk about this fragrance, definitely check it out. I will link it up top. But this is Latafa's A Theory. I have absolutely been loving this scent. I don't remember what the rating was that I gave it in that video, but I said that I really liked it and I just wanted to give it a little bit of time to sit in my collection and give it, you know, a true wear test. But y'all, when I tell y'all the first day I wore this, I have not been able to put it down since I got it. So this was said to be inspired by, or is compared to, the Gucci Gorgeous Orchid, which that one is a more salty sweet vanilla. I have smelled that one and I said I wanted to pick it up, but I was like, girl, let me just get the dupe, see how I feel about it. And y'all, I love this so much. This smells like honey and salty vanilla. It reminds me of a few fragrances. Number one, it does remind me of course, the Gucci one that it was inspired by, but this also reminds me a little bit of like Latafa's Angum, Burberry Goddess. And it also reminds me a little bit of Paco Rabanne's Olympia, which is like a fragrance I have not had in my collection in a little while, but it was a fragrance that I loved. It was one of those really syrupy sweet vanillas that had this kind of salty accord to it. And that is the vibe that I get from this, y'all. It smells so good. And this is another one that, even though I have not had in my collection for a while, has garnered in a ton of compliments already. It's just very, in my opinion, agreeable. It's not super unique or anything, but I do find it to be a very beautiful, crowd-pleasing fragrance. I've gotten men and women both asking me what this fragrance is. I am loving this one, and I cannot wait to see how it deepens and richens, because when I first tried this, it did not have the best longevity, but I find that the more that I wear this and the longer that I have it, which usually happens with most Middle Eastern fragrances anyway, it is getting a lot better as far as longevity. It's not super beast mode, but I'm okay with that because, again, in the summertime heat, I don't really want my fragrances to be choking me out. And I just find that this has such a beautiful, feminine, sultry scent bubble without being too overwhelmingly sweet. So if you love the scents that I just described, you should definitely check this one out because I am loving this one right now. This is another one that I hauled in that same video, which is Afnan Delicious Bouquet, which, if you did not know, girl, is inspired by Dolce & Gabbana's Devotion, which is one of my favorite fragrances. And just like I said in the video where I reviewed this and I pretty much gave it a 10 out of 10, y'all, this is basically Devotion without so much sharp lemon citrus and more gooey, yummy, delicious caramel and vanilla. Like, this smells so good. You know, when you think caramel and vanilla, like, that's not something you would typically reach for in the summer. And honestly, I'm probably going to stop using this for a minute because I really want to see how this smells in the fall in a few months. I just know it's going to smell incredible, but I have just been loving how good this smells. It truly is intoxicating, mouth-watering. Like, another one that's just, oh my god, it smells so good, y'all. Like, I told y'all when I first smelled this, I fell head over heels in love with it. And this is definitely hands down the best inspired by fragrance. And I say inspired by because I would not say this is a one-to-one dupe, but I say that in a good way because this basically makes improvements and tweaks on the OG fragrance that I already love and just makes it 10 times better, y'all. So this one does have decent longevity as well. Again, another one that's not like super beast mode or anything, but that is okay for me right now because I do not want my fragrances choking me out. If you can kind of see the little dent, hopefully y'all can see, the lighting is not the best right now, but yeah, we've got a tiny little dent in her. Actually, that's a pretty significant dent when you look at the size of this bottle. And like I said, y'all, I literally just got this. My next most worn fragrance is one that I talk about literally every summer, y'all. Like, I tell y'all all the time that this is like my signature scent, especially in the summer, and this summer is no different, okay? And that is none other than my beloved Mugler Alien Goddess, the OG Alien Goddess. I am not a fan of the Alien Goddess Intense. This, I feel like, is just the most gorgeous jasmine, a little bit of bergamot, coconut water, vanilla. This screams summer to me, but is also something you could wear year round. Like, this is just a really beautiful, feminine, refreshing, sweet coconut and vanilla with that jasmine. Like, I feel like this does have kind of a repeated scent DNA in the fragrance community, but sometimes, girl, repeated and crowd pleasing is good for me. You know what I mean? Not all of my stuff has to be super unique or different. Like, sometimes I just want to smell good, and I tell y'all that all the time. Like, a lot of my fragrances are quote unquote basic in the fragrance world, but that is okay, girl. Like, I am not a harsh critic. Again, I don't need all of my stuff to be super unique. I just want to smell good. If you have never smelled this, it has been out for a while. This is not new by any means, but if you like scents like Burberry Goddess, if you like scents like Tom Ford Soleil Blanc, you get a really nice bright opening with that bergamot, and then the coconut water and the jasmine really just come together and give you this tropical goddess type of scent. Like, this is the perfect name for this fragrance, okay? So if you are not a fan of the original Alien in the purple bottle, and that has kind of steered you away from ever trying this, please do not let that steer you away, okay? This is completely different from the OG Alien in that purple bottle. I really feel like this is a fragrance that is just super agreeable, that a lot of people would like. I feel like this is done in such a nice, pretty, feminine way that you would still enjoy this even if you aren't the biggest jasmine lover. So if you have not tried this, girl, what are you doing? Please check it out. You can literally get this on sale from so many different places. So of course, like I always do, and mostly all of my videos, y'all, I will have all of these items linked in the YouTube shopping pictures. But if for some reason it's not linked in the photos and you can't actually click on the link that way, I will also have everything linked in the description box as well. Clicking on either one of those, y'all, definitely supports my channel. If you choose to shop, is at no extra cost to you, okay? So anyways, moving on, that is my beloved Alien Goddess. This next fragrance is actually one that I needed to talk to you guys about in a perfume haul, but at this point, girl, my perfume haul that I have coming is already so huge that I need to take some things out and possibly split it up into two. So we will just talk about this here, but this is Laura Mercier's Ombre Ven. I have really been loving this scent, you guys. To me, this basically is that same Latafa Yara DNA where it has kind of this sweet, creamy, lactonic type of vibe. If you are new here, I'm not the biggest fan of Latafa's Yara. There was always something a little off-putting to me, and I feel like this is Yara done better. This also gets me a ton of compliments, which I believe this was actually released before Yara came out. I'm pretty sure. If it wasn't, correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, this is basically creamy coconut, tangerine, brown sugar, and vanilla. Like, it just smells like the most gorgeous tropical vanilla. It's just the best layering scent. I've been layering this with a bunch of different things. And again, this is a new bottle to my collection. I've only had this maybe 2 months, if that. And as you can see, we already have a cute little dent in her. This is just a really agreeable, nice, easy reach in my opinion. And like I said, if you like the overall scent profile of Yara, but you felt like there was something that did not quite work for you, I definitely think this is one worth checking out because I really do enjoy this one and it gets me a lot of compliments as well. Okay, now this next one, y'all, if you are not new to my channel, y'all already know how I feel about this fragrance, but this next one is Zemea's Ankas Sol. And I actually talked about this in my last favorites video, I believe my spring favorites video. So I will be doing a summer favorites video soon, y'all. I am still absolutely loving this. And ever since I picked this up, y'all, the juice just continues to get darker and darker. Because I promise y'all, this juice was like a very, very pale, like pearl color, almost matching the color of the bottle. It's just gotten deeper and richer. And if you did not know, this is inspired by Kayali's Yum Pistachio, but I feel like this is Yum Pistachio done even better, to where it scales back on that kind of fresh, spicy pistachio. Don't get me wrong, I love Yum, but there are times when I would prefer to just have that sweet, delicious like pistachio ice cream dry down and not have so much of that freshness in the opening. And this fragrance gives me that, plus it is extremely long lasting and gives me a great sillage as well. So a lot of you guys have actually went and tried this since I have talked about it so much, and you guys have let me know in the comments that you also love it just as much as I do. So if you guys have tried this, again, definitely chime in the comments below. I love to like talk to y'all. I love when y'all come back and tell me that y'all have tried something that I've recommended and you love it. Like, that's like my favorite thing to see as a content creator. So definitely keep doing that. If you have tried this fragrance, let the girls know, y'all. Like, this is hands down, in my opinion, the best Yum Pistachio dupe there is out there. And I have tried pretty much all of them. So yeah. Next on the list here, I have two fragrances from Sniff. So here is Sniff Me. So this one has a cute dent in here. And then we have Cocoa Shimmy, which also has a nice size dent. I would say I've probably used a little bit more of Me. So I'll start with that one first. So this one is actually very similar in scent to Glossier's You, but this has an added, I want to say, peach and caramel note. So it's basically Glossier's You with a little bit more body and richness to it, but it still maintains that sweet, like second skin musky scent. And I love scents like that, especially in the summer, because something about the way my body chemistry mixes with that when I am hot or when it's like very, very humid outside, the natural pheromones of my body smells so good. And when I tell y'all, another one, I don't know if it's just with my body chemistry or what, but when I layer this with other things, I get so many compliments. This has actually been my gym perfume, because when I go to the gym, I do still want to smell really, really nice, but I don't want to wear something obnoxious that's going to be like, oh my God, this girl wore perfume to the gym. To me, this just makes it smell like my sweat is very sweet. Like, I know that sounds weird, but if y'all are into these types of scents, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm really, really enjoying this one. I definitely feel like I'm probably going to finish this bottle before the summer is over. So when I first got this, I got this in, I want to say this released in like November or December. So I couldn't really appreciate it, because I feel like scents like this, for me, they just do better in like the warmer weather because they project more. So I've really been enjoying this one. And as you guys can see, she has quite the dent in her. Followed up with, of course, none other than Cocoa Shimmy. I don't know if I ever actually hauled this on my channel, but one of my friends got me this for my birthday back in February, and I just had not worn it until recently. But this is literally the time of year to wear it, because this is a coconut pineapple. I get a little bit of a suntan lotion vibe, but it's not in the way that like Tom Ford Soleil Blanc and stuff is done. It's done in a more subtle way, to where that's not all you're smelling, but this still just smells like a really nice, juicy tropical perfume. So I have really been loving this one a lot. I cannot wait to keep wearing her. I've pretty much layered this with a few different things at this point. So yeah, this is the perfect fragrance for this time of year if you are looking for a summertime scent. And speaking of Tom Ford Soleil Blanc, I just have to throw this in there. This is not the actual perfume, but it is still a fragrance that I've been wearing pretty regularly. So this is the Tom Ford Soleil Blanc Shimmering Body Oil, and it does come out in like a stream. So I have been using this a lot as the base layer for a lot of my tropical scent combos, which I do have a layering video coming up, y'all, so please stay tuned for that. But this is just such a classy, sophisticated coconut tropical suntan lotion type of scent, and you do have to appreciate those types of scents to enjoy this. But I do feel like this is done in a way that kind of smells like walking into like 5-star hotel lobby when you're on vacation, or like a spa or something. Like, that is what this reminds me of whenever I smell it. And obviously this is something that I literally use every single year. I always get one of these little tiny ones, because I would just rather have the small one and use it up every year instead of getting one gigantic bottle that lasts forever. I've emptied this and repurchased it multiple times, but I always spray this on my legs or or like my décolleté, any area of my body that I really just want to shine and shimmer. This is what I use, and it's just such a great base layer for any type of scent that you want to smell tropical, classy, like all of those vibes. So yeah, this is no stranger to my channel, and this is not a new scent by any means, but if you have never tried the shimmering body oil, this is also a slightly more affordable way to get this scent without having to splurge on the actual fragrance itself. And it just comes with body shimmer, and who doesn't want that? Even though this bottle you can't see through, this fragrance is probably about 60% empty. So this is Latafa's Victoria. And before she was knocked out of the running by Afnan Delicious Bouquet, this was my girl, okay? And she still is my girl. I think I'm just going to go ahead and finish this out, and then I'll save Delicious Bouquet for the fall because I think it's gonna smell so good. But this is also inspired by Dolce & Gabbana's Devotion. And if you guys can't tell, I clearly have a scent preference. I clearly have a taste, especially during this time of year. And that is a creamy, fluffy, marshmallowy, vanilla, powdery, like all of those vibes. And that is what this girl is right here. And when I first hauled this, you guys, I pretty much told y'all the longevity of this was not the best. But when I tell y'all, that has changed significantly to where this lasts like all day on me. And I get tons and tons of compliments, okay? It smells like lemon, meringue, marshmallows, vanilla. Like, this is probably closer smelling to Bath & Body Works Loyal to You, in my opinion, than it is to Dolce & Gabbana's Devotion, because this is definitely sweeter, creamier. It's not as sharp in the opening as Devotion is, and just has more of a just smoothness, more agreeable, and it just smells really, really delicious if you love those types of scents. So Victoria has my stamp of approval, and this bottle, even though y'all can't see it, she is 60 to 70% empty, and I can absolutely see myself finishing this bottle before the summer is over. We are down to my last top 3 most worn fragrances so far this summer, and of course I had to include my baby, Kayali's Eden Juicy Apple. Okay, now I just need to tell y'all, right? This fragrance is not necessarily new to my collection because I have had a smaller bottle of this that I have emptied before, and I've talked about her in videos before, summer fragrance recommendations, fall fragrance recommendations, layering videos. Like, I have talked about Kayali's Eden over the years, right? I recently picked up another bottle of this because I want to say Kayali had like some weird glitch. Matter of fact, I think I posted about it on my community tab. So if you guys are not tuned in and tapped into my community tab, please do that, and please turn on your post notifications, because that is usually where I in real time post about deals as I am finding them. As soon as I find out about them, I let y'all know. And there was like a crazy glitch going on the Kayali website where it was like stacking a coupon on top of the sale. So I think I got like 3 or 4 like full size 100 ml bottles for like an insane price. So I went ahead and re-upped on my Kayali Eden Juicy Apple because this is a scent that I love in the summer and summer going into fall. So y'all, I've only had this bottle for the past 2 months max, if that. Whenever I made that post, that's how long I've had this bottle. Do you see the dent, girl? I have only had this bottle for that amount of time. That just lets you know how much this fragrance eats down in my collection, girl. I missed having this in my collection so much. And another one that is highly loved and complimented by the opposite sex, if you were into that. But this is just the most realistic, mouth-watering, refreshing, juicy red apple, berries, like sugary sweet, y'all. This just smells so freaking good. And again, this is probably one a lot of the girlies in the niche community would refer to as basic, but girl, I don't care. I don't care, because this just makes me feel good. It makes me feel girly. It makes me feel feminine. Like, it just smells sweet. It just smells like if somebody came up to you and like bit your arm, you would just ooze fruit juice. Like, that is what this smells like to me. And it just makes me happy every time I wear it. So yeah, y'all, if you've never tried any Kayali fragrances and you're like afraid because they're like Middle Eastern scents and you're like, oh my God, like oud, I don't know what to do. Girl, no, please try this. This is, I would say, probably the most agreeable, both of the Eden fragrances, Eden Sparkling Lychee and Apple, but Apple is just my favorite. And I feel like Apple is just a criminally underrated fragrance note that we need to see more of. So I just love this one. And as you can tell by the dent in such a short amount of time, this bottle would probably be gone sooner than later. Now, I feel like the last two are kind of tied with the biggest dent, but I'm just gonna talk about this one first. So this is Latafa's Angum. And if you guys have been here for a little while, y'all already know this is no stranger to the channel, okay? She has been here. I have talked about her in countless of videos. And as you can see from the dents, she is very much well loved. And if you didn't know, this is inspired by Burberry Goddess. Now, Burberry Goddess is the fragrance I would consider to be my signature scent, but unless I am buying her on super sale, super deal, which by the way, if you are looking for a place to get Burberry Goddess for the low, please check it out on Joma Shop. I will have it linked, of course. But Angum is just as good, if not better, than Burberry Goddess, girl. So even if you don't want to pay the discount price of Goddess, just get this, okay? Please just get this. As a matter of fact, I'm not a Love Island girl. I know so many people watch Love Island, but my aunt texted me one day because she loves Love Island. And she texted me, she was like, Huda said she was wearing this fragrance Angum. And I feel like I've heard you talk about it. And I'm like, yeah. She was like, yeah. She was saying how when she wore it, literally everybody was giving her nonstop compliments. And hello, like if somebody on a national TV show that everybody is watching is saying that, I don't know what else to tell you, girl. If you haven't picked it up, if you haven't tried it yet, like, please do. This is the most gorgeous. As someone who doesn't love lavender, I truly love this fragrance. This is just so intoxicating, y'all. I absolutely love it. It smells incredible. And I think this is such a nice, sophisticated vanilla that you can wear in the summer where it won't get cloying and thick because it's not a super gourmand vanilla. To me, this just smells very classy, put together. And again, highly complimented. Literally, like my coworkers, anytime they smell this scent, they say I leave a scent trail. Like I will leave a room and they will still smell this in the room after I've left. So I say all that to say, if you haven't tried this yet, girl, please get your hands on it, okay? You will not regret it. Now, last for this video, y'all, is my Clean Reserve Whipped Cherry. Are y'all ready to see this then? Okay, because y'all know I just got this fragrance in March, maybe? I want to say March, yeah. I just got this fragrance in March, okay? So keep that in mind. As someone who has a ton of fragrances, putting even just a tiny dent in my fragrance, knowing I regularly rotate through things is a major accomplishment. So keep that in mind before y'all see this. Are y'all ready? Hello. Hello? And this is a 100 ml bottle, y'all. A 100 ml bottle for a fragrance that I just got a few months ago. I did a short on this. I told you guys how much I was obsessed with this and loving this. And this is the best, just most intoxicating cherry fragrance that is perfect for summer. Because even though this is called whipped cherry, to me, I get this fluffy whipped cream with like, it's like a dollop of whipped cream with a cherry on top of a gigantic pina colada without the alcohol. Like you're literally just getting the pineapple and the creamy, like rich milk vibes, and not even milk. It's genuinely whipped cream with a cherry on top. And then there's also this underlying Baccarat Rouge type of scent, Baccarat Rouge / Ariana Grande's Cloud. Like this also smells very similar to Cloud Pink. I just feel like this smells a little bit more sophisticated, a little bit more rich. And the fact that this is also a clean fragrance just makes it even better for me. So I can just go to town, and this is another one where the scent lingers. I get tons of compliments. I told y'all before when I first got this, I had a travel size of this and my mom literally forced me to give it to her because she absolutely loved it. And normally me and my mom don't like the same types of scents. Like she's usually not the biggest fan of super sweet fragrances like this, but I feel like that underlying Baccarat Rouge-esque type of vibe really makes this smell more luxurious and more expensive than what it is. So girl, if the dent didn't tell you, please just try this out, okay? This is another one you can easily get a travel size of whenever, you know, you want to try it out. But yeah, highly recommend this one. And I do think I'm going to intentionally finish this before the summer is over, just because with Clean Reserve, I've noticed some of my favorite fragrances from them, like Clean Reserve Skin. I told you guys I love just second skin musky fragrances. But I noticed that especially with the large bottles, if you don't finish it up within like the first 6 months of you starting to use it, the fragrance does change and turn. So for that reason, I'm going to make it an effort to really just like finish this up, like hopefully by like September, because that'll put me at right around maybe the 6 month mark of having it. And I just want to make sure I really can use this up while the fragrance is at its best and before it goes bad. So that is Clean Reserve's Whipped Cherry. And that is it, y'all, for my most worn fragrances right now. This is my first time doing a video like this, I want to say, like outside of my favorites video. So if you guys like this style of content, definitely let me know. And I could even maybe do this for like my currently most worn body mist. Y'all let me know in the comments below what you would like to see, if you are into this, if you want to see something like this again. And that is it for today, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.